Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th episode of the Starting Chess series. In this series, we analyze my horrific beginnerchess.com games, which, of course, just as a short reminder, are at the around 800 to 600 level. In this phase of our journey, in this 64 games to be exact, in each episode there are 64 games. If you're lazy to check out the other episodes, or you don't remember, there is a playlist also if you want to check out the episodes. As a side note, we have 64 games and all of them are basically garbage. And usually, as a kind of recap, I kind of just spam Scholar's Mate every game, and sometimes it works out and sometimes I blunder tactics. And also, sometimes I just, I don't know how, at this level, I just say the moves I play, which are just blunders. I don't know how. But, without further an intro, I'm not sure if that's a word, but okay. Let's begin with the first game. And, as a spoiler, I have a hoodie, which I spilled water on, which you cannot see. So I'm not sure why I said that, but you should probably know that because you need, knowledge is better or whatever. Okay. So, we had some bloopers when I was recording the first time. So, we are just gonna re-record. Not re-record, this was the first game. We had some bloopers here, but let's get into it. So, I actually used to play this bishop c4 setup against, the French and the Caracan. Against the French, it makes less sense because there's literally, nothing here. And it can just be stopped by d5. But at this level, it doesn't really matter what openings you play. Because if you can just, play without blundering for the first 5 moves, which I apparently can't, as you'll see here, we can just get a decent position and even winning chances. In fact, until 1200, I used to spam the Scholar's Mate as white. So, we have Queen h4, so our opponent is counter Scholar's Mating us, which I'm not sure how that works. But I guess it is a bit scary as a beginner because you see the queen is the most powerful piece and it's just hard to get out of your position, and sometimes beginners blunder pieces to the queen. It's just a hard piece because it can move so far. And in fact, we'll just see a blunder shortly here. Knight c3 and d5. So, I mean, you probably know where this is going. I just saw the pawn and I took it, and then queen, cooked me. And so if black would have played, a normal move, for example, knight c6, this just wouldn't have happened. Because it just wouldn't have happened. I mean, what can I say? So, that's why the queen h4 is, sometimes good in these kind of levels. Until maybe 1000. Okay, I took it a bit too far with 1200, but until 1000, it's actually a decent opening. So, yeah, and I just left the game after this. Let's move on to the next game, where we actually take a win home. And for some reason, I'm not sure if this is me or I'm just tilted, because I played d4, and I'm not a d4 player. I feel like this is a mouse slip, but I'm not sure you can mouse slip on the first move, but I'll give myself an excuse. Okay, so yeah, and that's what you know when you when you're playing. Yeah, I definitely mouse slipped there because I do not know what this opening is. And sorry if you play this as a d4 player, but yeah, I don't know what d4 opening goes like this. But I can say the same for our opponent, as our opponent just goes queen d6, which is, as I said, at this level, it's an okay strategy. So you go to g3. So I guess we're getting the Catalan where it's just not a Catalan and it just doesn't work because the bishop is just blocked here. So e5, which is a subjectively good move, but it just loses a pawn, which I subtly don't see. It's just the free pawn, but tunnel vision. Ooh, me, pin! And then that's somehow revolutionary, I don't know. But the pawn is hanging. But black doesn't really see that too. Yeah, that was a small blooper. Okay, black doesn't really see that too. So now I'm like, you know, my bishop, it's just done its purpose. Let's just put it back on d2. Like, that doesn't even make sense. The bishop is not only, like, worse on d2, you just waste a move. Like, it's not hard, just play bishop g3 and then castle. As long as this square is protected, it's pretty much fine. So, for example, c5 is a great attempt. And probably, white is probably, I imagine, slightly worse to equal here. But what I would play, personally, is don't play e3 because that blunders g5. Your bishop's trapped. Well, I guess you can play here, but... Wait, I guess you could just play here, never mind. g5 doesn't work. Maybe e3, but still, I mean... Your bishop is just a target. It can just be hit with g5. If black can somehow solve this problem, it's kind of not great. So, and now watch this. The engine just hates me, so the top engine move is going to be e3. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. I just completely forgot the d5 was hanging. Now I can't even blame myself for not seeing d5 was hanging. But yeah, d5 is hanging. But yeah. It looks like anyway, if you didn't have taking on d5, bishop e5, and queen d5. But it looks like e3 if you're not going to take. But the problem is that I can't judge off that because all the lines are with taking this d5 pawn. So, my pawn stands, and bishop d2, and we have queen e6. So, at least our opponent's doing something. They're actually really sneakily trying to threaten knight d3. So if you're a beginner and you see that, like, you gotta think about not just what they're threatening. You gotta think about what they're trying to threaten. So, oh, never mind. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a natural move here to play bishop g2, but they're trying to threaten this kind of sneaky mate idea. So I actually applaud them for this move because I imagine a lot of people would fall for this. Like, just go. Well, the problem is that bishop g2 is so natural anyway, so I'm not sure a lot of people would fall for this. But a similar kind of trap. You got what I mean. You get me. So here, I mean, if black just wasn't down like 50 light years in development, I would say black is just fine. So maybe something like c6, and black has the bishop pair here. Well, white does too. The only problem is that how are you going to get this bishop into the game? So bishop g2, I'm not sure you want the queen to get to h3. So then, I mean, black has kind of attack, but also it's a point that white's pieces are more developed. The nice thing about black's position is that this bishop these pawns completely like cancel out this bishop. So instead, let's just go to the main game where we have queen h3, which is a reasonable move, except you hang pawn, which I in fact do see, which is great because that's literally the most obvious move. So now they blunder a fork, but for some reason I have tunnel vision and I play. See, this is what happens. I just overcomplicate things. I'm like, ooh, me queen trap. Like, just take the fork. Like, and it doesn't even trap the queen, but he blunders the queen, which tunnel vision just allows me not to see. The queen goes back, so now we're not even winning. Queen e2, bishop e7. We have long castle, so this is smart. Threatening, like, bishop b4 stuff. And, for example, like, long castles. Bishop b4 things, various tricks here. Which, bishop b4 doesn't work because the knight's defending it, but probably as a beginner, I'm not even sure if you'll just see that, but okay. So, oh wait, we do have, we do have that. Well, that's great. So, now, actually here I really like how I played. So here, we get a tempo, and then now we follow up with knight d5 to win the bishop. Never mind, queen e6 is okay too, and now knight d5. I mean, I can't blame myself for that. It looks like it's winning. b6. So this is also why you guys lose. You play the most, like, you don't even try. Like, at least play g5 for the sake of trying. And then, who knows, maybe your opponent will play, like... Well, I can't find a winning scenario in this position, but... Well, yeah, maybe what if they go, like... They're like, ooh, defend bishop me. Defend bishop me? I don't know. Okay. And then you just go, like... Wait. They're not even threatening that. What am I... No, they are. I don't know. My brain's malfunctioning. Okay. And then you just go like this. And then like... Ooh, checkmate. And then you... Okay, yeah. That's never gonna happen. But you know what I mean. You guys play these stupid moves when you probably have some chances. And even if you don't have chances, just try. Another move makes another chance for your opponent to blunder. Bishop e7. Now we get g5. Like, in the most useless mode, like, when they say, like, bro, this is, like, you're gonna play g5. Just do it one move earlier. And now you just lose your queen. Which I somehow see, but I didn't see that, like, 2 moves late. Like, how do I see that, how do I see that here, but I didn't see that there? How did I not see that here? Maybe I just didn't achieve the scale of knight moving backwards. I don't know. Probably that's it. So now we get the queen c6. Now this just blunders the fork cleanly, but also the pawn's hanging, so I don't blame myself. So now just the knight. Okay, so maybe there's just mate anyway, probably. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can't criticize myself. And by the way, never mind. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we just won. So let's go into the next game. We're 2 games in. It's 12 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's just go fast because I spent 12 minutes on one game. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so we got to London, and I physically hate myself for this, but I mean, I probably just saw a Gotham chess video and I just said, yeah. Okay, so I think we actually saw some sort of tutorial because it looks like we're doing we're like very vaguely doing the things, like, you know, bishop g3. Like, I feel like I saw this in some random course or video, and then I just, like, 95 h3 just gives me vibes that I like watch some sort of video. And this is the resulting pawn structure that typically happens in these games. Like, what is this pawn structure? Like, this is literally all the pawns are garbage. And now, okay, I presume that's a mouse slip. Or maybe it's just black just overcomplicating. Like, ooh, me pawn structure better, and then me no take. Like, just take the pawn, it's not hard. So we get this, and I'm actually cooking in this game. But I probably blunder my queen, and I know myself too well. I'm to blunder something horrific. How do I lose this? How can a human being lose this? I literally just took all his pieces. Okay, that was a mouse slip, though. That was clearly a mouse slip. But we get another chance of this person, Muiz Mansouri. We're white. Let me just flip the... Okay. Let's go. This is what happens. This is a big problem with people who play the Scottish Mate. Like, in the first place, you're playing the Scottish Mate. It's a garbage opening. But you gotta at least learn some plans. Like, this is... You're not supposed to let this happen. Knight c6 is the best move. And when this happens, you go this. And then when they go g6, you go queen f3 to threaten the pawn. And then when they go knight f6, you go some... I don't remember the theory exactly, but like something like this. Or not. Like, you're supposed to... I think it's queen b3 and stuff here, like some theory here. But you're supposed to at least know something, because you can get your opponent somehow here. But like when you do this, and you're just playing the stupidest opening chess, and then you just lose your queen. I don't want to see the rest of this game, because I know I didn't blunder. white just gets brutally destroyed, as you saw. And we got another chance against this person where we somehow lose against this player. Looks like they just like pushing their like typical beginner-esque strategy. H6, A6. Like, I know, like, you're creating loss, but you're creating non-existent. Your king isn't even castled, okay? Your opponent can't go bishop g5 here. Your opponent doesn't want to go bishop b5 here because you have c6. Bishop h4 is just ridiculous because you just could have played bishop g5, and you don't have to go h6 for that reason. But I'm stupid, so I just go bishop g3 for absolutely no reason. I just autopilot. Okay, here, not gonna lie, the London was OP until I just blundered a bishop. Okay, I thought I was gonna play 92. I didn't blunder bishop. I almost did. So we get the repeat. I imagine low time. And we get the horsey. Like, just watch what this knight does. Like, this knight is just. This is what you guys do too as beginners. You have other pieces. You have 2 rooks, and then you just decide to move your knight for 5 moves in a row or something. Like, bro. And that's same for him. He's just moving his bishop multiple times, and then you resign. Okay, don't resign. Don't resign here. You can easily get stalemated. We get a draw here. We are black. Okay, so it's just a random agree draw. Okay, that's just bad. I know. And don't agree to a draw as a beginner because there are a lot of things that can happen in an equal position. So it looks like we're just spamming d4 for some reason, which I humbly disapprove of. An opponent goes for this weird gambit. I remember there's a gambit called the Medusa gambit, which is kind of like this, except the players have more skill. This guy just doesn't have skill. I'm just sorry, man. So he just not we just not only don't see that. He just encourages, like, he doesn't even move his bishop out. He encourages us to take the bishop, like, bro. And, like, this isn't scary. The pawn's on a2, but how can the queen get in? You're, like, if your knight was in here, still it could get here. But now you're literally, your knight's cementing the whole position. Black has no way. Now, unless you get your queen trapped. See, this is the risky stuff. Like, just go back. You're up a piece. Just go to d2. Okay, like, you're a beginner, so you just win all the pieces. But here, anyway, queen b1 is scary. But they're obviously just not going to play it yet. And then we just get this horrible endgame. Okay. So, we're black, and we lose this game. Let's learn a few things from how it can... Oh, yeah. So, this is a typical trap. This is, like, 100% beginner-proof. When you go this, and... I mean, if you play this or bishop c4, it doesn't really matter. When they go bishop c5, there's this nice trap here, which is just better for white. For black to give the same trap, as I'll show you. So if they go like, I think the trap, yeah, knight c3. Oh wait, no, knight. Yeah. So if you go like this, and then bishop c4, then it just takes here, and same trap. And in fact, it's not only the same trap, black equalizes, and in my perspective, gets a really interesting position because f5 is playable. And not just really interesting, -1 by the engine. So you should remember this trick. It's really, I didn't know this until 1900, so you should. Okay. So, oh wait, I didn't even see the rest of that game. What am I doing? Okay, so we got e4, e4, knight f3, e4, e4. What? Okay, so we got the trap and what? So he plays bishop d5 intentionally to attack the b7 pawn, but he doesn't take it, bro. What? Okay, and you're not telling me that a beginner didn't, and you're not like, actually, of bishop b7, he can go rook b8. And after bishop c6, king to e7, White's pawn is attacked, and after bishop d7, it's an interesting position with open play for black on the b file. You're not telling me a beginner saw that, so yeah, I'm not. And then we just hang bishop. Like, this is what you guys do. You just have to stall blundering, and you'll get to 1,000 easy. Just stall blundering. Just do blunder checks and search that up. I'm not telling you what a blunder check is. And see here, exactly. We get the same thing. You have knight e4 here, which is actually just -1, according to engine. So, I just moved on. Okay. Instead, we get this garbage opening. So the pawn is just hanging. How long? Wait, I'm just gonna count how many moves the pawn is hanging. So it was hanging from move 5. And they captured it 8 moves later. Which is literally, this is what you guys select the literally worst time to capture it. Because there's queen d5 now. Because you played b5 for some reason. You played b5 and c5. They just select the literally worst time to capture it. And I bet you, okay, I did see it. And you guys try to do this stupid thing where you capture it and then you try to act smart. Like, oh, I can do pin the knight, and so that when they take my queen, I take their queen. Like, bro, you're like, how can I just explain this to you? You aren't smart, okay? I just have to say that. You 800s, just stop thinking you're like revolutionary people. Like, bro, you're not. If that was offensive, no offense, but that's the really only way I think I can convince you guys to actually not do this stuff. Because just move your queen. Just move your queen. Move your queen to f5. You don't have to try to act smart, and now you lose a piece. And now, of course, they just blunder, like... And I think I'm seeing kind of a consistent pattern here. My knight just goes crazy every game. And then I just... Don't resign. Just don't resign, okay? It's not... Not resigning is not, like, wasting other people's time. Because you have a big chance to win. Tell me, at 2,000, in, like, bullet games, or 2,100 at bullet games, when I play, I sometimes, like, capture all their pieces, and I just lose on time. So, okay, bullet is a bit different, but you get the analogy. You should not resign. Unless you're, like, 2,000 plus in a rapid game. In blitz or bullet, don't resign. Do not ever resign. At 2,000, I won games where I just blundered my queen randomly. Botez gambit. Okay. So, back to the video. So, yeah, by the way, against center game, I used to play f6. Looks like I've evolved a bit, and I've played this move, which isn't really evolving in any way, but I guess it's developing. And then we just blunder a knight. Just straight like that. Just knight blunder. Okay. Let's see. Let's skim through this game. Okay, and then again, this stupid thing. Like, you guys think you're so smart. Like, what? Just take the pawn and take the pawn, bro. What is this goofy thing? Where you just... And now, what is this bishop? What is the bishop? What is the bishop doing? The bishop is just like... Bishop f1. This is what you know. Like, if... Grandmasters don't play. Like, have you ever seen a grandmaster play bishop h3, then bishop f1, then bishop h6, and then subtly for you to just lose your bishop like that? Like, your bishop, I don't know how to. I just give up, bro. Okay, so this time it was check, so I'll leave you a pass if you moved your queen, yeah. This is the problem with the scholars move. How do you blunder your queen like that? Oh wait, the queen's trapped. Never mind. That was my fault. Okay. But still, I mean, your best shot as a beginner here. I'm not saying I'm justifying myself, but as a beginner, just as a tip, here you should go queen to g4 or queen to h. I feel like queen to h3 is a bit more risky because they attacked you with that move, but they might not even see it. So I would go queen to g4 here because I know I'm not gonna win this game, so I'm just gonna try to get my queen somehow escaped. And anyway, technically, the best move here is probably d3 so that you get a knight, but I'm not betting that I can win this, but Stockfish will say it's the best move or whatever kind of thing. Okay, yeah, knight e5, but you have to sack. I mean, sacking the queen for a pawn, it's just not good. This is probably your best shot. Yeah, this is probably your best shot because your opponent, even Stockfish knows, your opponent's probably going to take and then just let your queen out. Which is -5, but I mean, not -5 for a beginner. So, now I win this, so let's just skim ahead and see White just get utterly destroyed in this. So what? I have 2 rooks and 1 queen. They have a knight, and I just like blatantly push my a pawn, and then I win. Yeah, I should have won. I should have stalemate. Okay, so we get White. Ooh, we get England Gumet. Wish you should always accept, but I mean, don't blame myself for doing this. The weirdest thing is I have no memory of me learning the London ever, or even playing it, d4. I don't even have the slightest memory, and I just lose bishop. And this is where, again, the you think you're so smart syndrome activates. Like, h3, I always think where the bishop is going to go. Like, when you... How do I explain this? So, when you make an attacking move, right, you have to always think where your opponent's piece is going to go. Especially an attacking move. Because you have to think a bit. Like, every move, better chess players, they usually calculate variations. So they don't just play these random attacking moves. They think, they calculate a bit, right? Even 1 or 2 moves, and you'll spot these combinations, which will get you to 1000. Past 3 moves is a bit more complex. Maybe you won't see that stuff until like 15, 1600, your opponent applying those things. But you just gotta think, right? Your opponent is not like a sandbag, right? They're a person. So what are they gonna move this bishop to, logically? They're gonna take... And then notice, your bishop is hanging. That's not hard to see either. The whole point of knight h5 was to take your bishop. And so you just gotta think out these simple ideas, and it'll easily get you to 1000. Just trust me. I don't even know if you're past 1000, but just trust me. We're black. We're playing Moke Boy, which I assume is Monkey Boy. So this is a good person playing the Scholar's Mate. This is actually the mainline Scholar's Mate, which I didn't even know existed until recently. Except d3. Okay, d3 makes sense. And now it makes even more sense. Except you blunder for it. Okay. And that's the only thing you have to prevent, you know? So ratings at 842 as an update. And by the way, which is a fun fact, this is called the boy variation, spelled with B-O-I, not B-O-Y. Which I don't know why, but I don't really care. But I mean, fun fact. Who doesn't like knowing that the Scholar's Mate is also called the boy variation? So we get whatever this is, the utter destruction. And actually, okay, I commend myself for playing the London because I don't pre-move Scholar's Mate. Like, that's good. And I'm playing actually then, like, I don't remember one thing about playing this. I'm not even sure if this is me. Like, I never remember playing the London. We're actually playing good principle London. Like, actually, like, Pyramid London, Bishop on d3, Knight on e5, and this is what happens when you play good openings. Okay, yeah, we had a bit of a lapse there with f4. I'm not sure what that is. But we won. We didn't win, but I mean, losing this was kind of a skill issue. Okay, that's just just losing this is a skill. What does... So like drawing, basically in beginner standpoint, and then you just blunder the bishop, like out of nowhere. The bishop just goes bye-bye. Okay, let's just speed through because currently we are at... Let me check. We're at 30 minutes and we have 16 games. Yeah, this is not good. Okay. Let's speed through and not make this 2 hours. Next game. Scroll down a bit. Never mind, next game. So this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes the Scholar's Mate has this advantage. Like 1 in 50 or 20 games it exists, but you get 1. Like, trust me. The lower the level, the more you get. Okay, so we win a pawn and just utterly destroy opponent. But what I'm surprised is that now I just stop playing the London. Like, it was going so well. Like, what happened? Why didn't I just continue playing the London? But I guess I'm just stupid. So, yeah. And again, okay, this doesn't exist here, but I just blundered. Oh, this is actually... Wait, this is actually the Vienna trap. So, if you didn't know, this is a known trap in the Vienna. And basically, if you actually have some brain cells... Well, if you actually have some brain cells, the main line here is G6 usually. But there's also the Queen F6 main line, where actually the main idea is that now, you won't believe me, is that now you can go Knight D5. Because this is actually, believe it or not, +1 for white. Yeah, it is. Because black has no mate. And you just have this. So, okay, let me just not spend like 5 more minutes on this game. Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm black. Okay. Some really weird horsey action is going on, but okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Okay. Bro, what? I imagine low time, okay? I'll give you a low time excuse. You can't go the fried liver against Bishop C5. I'm having like brain trauma from this. Why? Why though? You not only just you didn't even prevent the fork. You did nothing. What is King F8? Bro, what? What is F3? Why F3? What? Oh, okay. I just give up on these players. Okay. Knight G4. Okay. Wow. Blind spot. Okay, bro. This is inexcusable. The pawn is literally the queen e7. Like, you can't not see this. Literally, just play queen e2. Just pre-move this. I don't know. This is even a pre-move. I would give you a pass if you pre-move this. Like, just pre-move queen e2. G3. D3. Wait. What? D3, D4, and then the pawn just goes unchecked, and then you just... What are you guys doing? How does your pawn just... How do you just go D3? How do you go D3, D4, D5? What the? Oh, what? What? Why? Why bishop E7? Can you not see that bishop B5 exists? And then you trade for it. Like, don't trade. Come on. 93. Like, come on. The pawn is hanging. Move the king to F1 and attack the pawn. Like, what is 93? And then the pawn just gets taken. Yeah, and then they just don't see that for some like reason. And then they trade pieces into a losing endgame. And then you play B3. And then they just don't play rook D2 for some absolutely unknown reason. Rook D3, what's rook D3? And then the knight just goes on like some revolution. Oh, what? How do you blunder on Passant? How do you even blunder that, bro? There's way more. How am I so garbage? This is inexcusable. How? How do you not see rook h4? It's the only check. You have one piece that can give a check. One piece. It's the rook, and you don't see. I don't see it. And then I lose a stupid. Why are you playing? Don't play this 2 queens endgame, bro. Like, I'm just. F6. This is a known trip. Like, why am I still playing F6? What is F6 though? What? How does your knight just spontaneously gets 3 tempos? They just lose your rook. Oh my god. Oh. Draw agree. Nah, that's good, I guess. I don't know. We get a transposition to Vienna. What? Just help your opponent. What? How do you? You don't even slightly see. You don't even like. How do you even slightly see? You don't even see the pawn. This is what like. I don't know what's happening with you guys. You guys just can go just like your pawns just can just march like your pawn doesn't even see them. You can just march your pawns to D4. Like you can march your pawns into a winning position. Like if I had this power, I would just to be honest, I would just go E4. Then I would just go like this, and then I would just go randomly just out of nowhere D4, bishop B6, D5. Like this is just the way to go. If you're gonna do this, if you can get this every game. But for some reason you just don't see it. And of course we have the decline Scandi, which and then what is this crappy what is that whoa. I need time to process this. Rook to H6. What? Why? What? How? You're telling me? I just gave up. Like, you guys are just, you're impossible. You can't be saved, to be honest. Like, nobody can do this. Nobody can save you guys. You guys are just cooked forever. And then you just blunder your pawn. Okay, I guess this is reasonable because this guy was assuming that his opponent was stupid, but I guess I gained some brains. Just take the Well, I guess I didn't unlock the ability that knights can move backwards, so I'll give myself a pass. And this is the stupid things you do. Why are you trying to be fancy? Why don't you just move the fridge bishop? Go back. Why don't you just move the bishop back? Why do you guys try to be fancy and then take this and be all sophisticated and then just blunder two? You don't even. You not only don't just lose piece, you just don't even care. You don't even care about your pieces. You don't even see that the other pieces, and then you just allow this bishop to just be like bada bing bada boom, and it just takes all your pieces, and then you just blunder. Oh, bro, you just give up. What am I doing with what is this bishop parade? The rook is on c1. There's two rooks. You have a knight and a rook. What are you doing with your bishops? What is this bishop dance? The legendary bishop spawning dance or whatever. All I'll say is that this is what happens when you do legendary bishop spawning dances. You don't spawn anything. You just... I'm actually gonna save this PG under this game and then just frame it. Frame this position. Like, keep 2 picture frames and then frame this and then frame this. This is gonna be framed. This is so bad. And of course you fall, but I'm tilted. I'm actually tilted. Okay, let's go through. I think when I tilt, I play scholars. And then this... The rooks just go bye-bye. The queen just gets blundered. Like, I don't even have any emotions for you guys anymore. Like, you guys just deserve this stuff. Like, I thought you like... Oh, you guys, you're suffering, you know. You could get better, but it's really hard for you guys. Like, I don't give up. Like, bro, how do you blunder 12 queens in one game? And of course, you just... How do you I don't know how many people will tell you, don't... Just look for your opponent's starts. Like, it's not hard. Like, what? How do you not see this? How do you castle into the discovered channel? What is this queen doing? What is the queen doing? Why is the queen going on another dance? Just move the pawn to... Just move the queen once if you want to move the queen. Why is the queen on a2? What's wrong with queen d5? Just explain to me what's wrong with queen d5. Like, what is this? The legendary queen on it, and then you just move it to c4 anyway. And then the rook, why is there rook on g6? Just put your queen there. It's not hard. None of this is hard. Why don't you just, you're up like 50,000 pawns. Take the stupid queen. What? How do you not take the rook? And then of course the a pawn just goes burr, and then the a pawn becomes the queen. What? And then we made 2 queens in this stupid game. What is this little game? This really needs to be submitted to some, like, this would make a whole video. How do you play queen g4 and then just blunder? How is this a 21? Is this 21? Bro, what is this? What are you guys? What is he doing? How are you 21? How are you? Let me just make sure that you guys still have sanity left. Or what? How does a 2121 blunder queen g4? What is this? And then I'm the blunder. If I blunder, I will like literally punch. If I blunder my queen, I will like literally. How do I? Okay, I'll give myself a pass, because 2100 is playing really well. Just take the free pawn. Just this way. Don't be. It's a free pawn. I just needed that because I have hiccups because of this game. And you guys are like, you have negative, you can't just, I'm just moving on. And sorry if I sound weird because I have hiccups now. I do want to. What? Queen d1? How do you blunder the bishop? I'm having here. I'm just. These games just like destroyed my mental sanity. Like, what are you guys? You guys should really just go to jail for these games. Like, like the FBI should just be like, chess.com should just, on that game where you lost when you were up like 60 points of material and you did that weird summoning bishop dance, chess.com should just have like if you have like 60 moves in your accuracy, you blunder something like unbelievably stupid. What is my hiccups? Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, so I cured my hiccups, hopefully. Like, when you have 60 plus move game, and you just blunder something so stupid, chess.com or like any website in general should just close your account for a week. It's just, they should just close your account for a week. Like, what is this? What are you guys trying to accomplish? Just take the pawn. Take the pawn. Why do you? What is knight g5? What are you? What? This is what happens. What is it? How do I? I'm black. What is this? What? Actually, we got some scholars theory. Yo, what? This guy's playing good. Never mind. I take back my words. Well, actually, they just took all my pieces. I will, like, actually cash out. Like, don't resign. Why are you playing 96? 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 Why are you playing, why do you trade queens? Why do you trade queens? Ain't nobody, what? Like, I just give up with you guys. I said that, like, 3 times, but, like, Let me just like finish this episode before my mental sanity just goes down because of you guys. 347. Okay, this is kind of bullyism because this is 347. You guys seriously need to learn how to checkmate with like actual material when you can't. Okay, this is trolling though. You shouldn't troll after those games though. Like that would just, you can troll when you're like winning against a pirate player, but like you can't troll after that catastrophe of games. What? Wasn't mate? Oh no, Knight was there. Okay. Schoolers mate. Skiolers skate. And then you just Noah's Ark. You get Noah's Ark. I'm not talking about the Bible Noah's Ark. I'm talking about there's a chest trap called the Noah's Ark. And I am too mentally sanitically? I'm too sanitally. I don't know. My sanity is just bad, okay, bro? And then you just draw a random Scotch game because why not? Or black, okay. Yo, I mean, I'll take this random dub where I'm just completely lost. I just blunder, and then my opponent just leaves the game because they probably ran out of internet. How do you run out of internet? Their internet went bad. See, this is just your guys' I just see this technique like multiple times in every episode. I just noticed it gets worse here. So you just go d6, and then you go d5, and then you go d4, and then you just get an easy W. And then you mess up that W because you're like garbage. You're absolute garbage. You're like, what? Okay, this was time trouble. What was this? This is what? How is it? How time trouble? I don't know. Maybe I was playing Blitz. I shouldn't play Blitz though. After my horrific games, I shouldn't play any time control, bro. Okay, so this is actually a good player. I think they have potential. This player is black. They have pretty good potential. See, they spotted bishop h3. Just take the free pawn. It's not a free pawn, but just take the pawn. Okay, and now obviously you just get the. This player is actually good. I feel like this player is actually insane. Alright, I'm gonna search up their elo right now. You probably won't see this, but Mitlo. This player's potential. Oh, there are too many players named Mitlo. So there's only one. Right now, they are only 943 rapid. But they're not very online. They left about January 7th, 2024. So, I mean, they kind of had potential, but then they gave up. I mean, bro, just come back. If Mitlo sees this, come back, bro. You have potential. You can probably get a high elo. Never mind, we win this game. Kong Gambits. Declined Goofy Variation. That's the name of this. What? Also, I love this in like low chess. You can just do this. You can just like your king just gets some cardio in, like just a morning walk. You know, just walks back and then just gets absolutely destroyed. No, we just won there. Okay. Why is this game so long? I don't want to see the stupid endgame because I know like both sides should deserve to lose the stupid endgame. And then we got just an easy endgame for me to win, and then they resign. Oh no, they resign. Okay, whatever this is what? What? Why? What? Why do you guys do this, teacher? What? 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 What did the rook just like activated? It just like ascended. It just took all their pieces. And then it just sacrificed itself at the end. Respect the rook. And then I obviously probably lose this game. No, I win. Okay. Let's see this horrific technique in a king pawn endgame. Yo, it looks like we actually got some technique of taking all their pawns and doing other things. Okay. Let's continue with this bloodbath of 800 elo. I am just gonna leave from that game because I just don't want to say it again. Like, don't get yourself pinned that badly. What? How do you not see Queen E3, chat? Why did you play Queen E7? What? And just, you had two pieces that could move, and just blundered one of them. Hillbilly attack, gambit, weird variation, and I'm down a pawn. Yeah, and then of course I just win, and then how do I know when? It's not hard. You just push your pawn. It's not hard. Okay, never mind, I messed this up. But like, at this low elo, you can just win by pushing this pawn. Push, you can win this queen endgame. Trust me. Oh, never mind. You can't. No. I don't care. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. How do you let the pawn promote? How? Literally, just track them. And then after here, you just go like this. And then if here, you go like this. And then if here, you go like, you just I don't know. I just don't care anymore. And I'm just sad. Just go like this. And now, there's techniques to winning this, but basically, your idea is that you want to get your queen on this square, or you want to pin the pawn. So, for example, if we go here, 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 now you have an extra move, which you bring your king with. And then after they move back, you repeat the process, and after you get a lot of my extra moves, you'll probably have 5 brain cells and see that you'll win this pawn, and then you just win all their pawns, and then bang. And then here, you can just take this pawn, even I don't care. But we get a draw somehow, because our opponent is like 5 IQ. How do you... Why? How do you... This is a smart move, though. I give myself congratulations for seeing that move. And then we play this for absolute no reason. Oh, this is 1016. Okay, I'll take a draw. Oh, let's see whatever this is doing. What? You just lose 2 pieces? Just, what, why? Why, though? Why? Why? Why do you have to have no brain cells? Why? What is happening? This is so scatterbrained. Okay. I'm just gonna give up. At this point, my laptop's gonna break, so I'm just not gonna do that anymore, because you guys are too stupid for this. I thought maybe you'll have to bang my laptop once or twice, but you guys are gonna make me bang it like 30 times. Literally. One point is gonna break because of you guys. And I'm gonna blame that on you. And then to make you pay for my new laptop. Yeah, I'm so smart. Okay. That game, I just can't get it off my mind. That game where I just completely lost. And also that second game gets a 21-21. Like, who is that 21-21? They should absolutely lose 1300 elo for that game. What is happening? Why did the queen... Bro, the king doesn't... why did the king just decide... Why? The king wasn't even unsafe. Why? Why is the king going on cardio? This is what I don't understand. Why? I had 3 minutes. What? you draw this? Do you not even? How does? You know what happened there. I just don't care anymore. Okay, we get a slightly normal opening. Okay, this is pretty normal. Get a normal endgame. I'm up on. Never mind, I'm probably not up. Oh, cook. Take the pawn. Take the 2 pawns. Take the. Bro. No, just no. I just don't go. What is it? What? We playing symmetrical or what? Oh, we're just bullying a 700. I'll take that. Oh, another bully. Oh, will we lose this time? Yeah. Okay. Let's see us just absolutely blunder the game away. Because we are all just noobs. Yeah, we're all just noobs. We're all just noobs. Yeah, I'm just going insane. Okay, never mind. So they just blunder their queen, and then we just let them win our rook, but then we just are goated, so we... Not only do you not take the free bishop, you blunder your queen. And now you're losing. As a beginner, how do you... And then obviously the other guy, Hey-Ho Man, just pulls up and blunders all his pawns. Just all his pawns. Just all of them. 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 Just all of them. Like, what can I say? I don't even want to watch that rest of that game. Okay. Our final game is after this. Let's savor this game. Let's savor the last game. I think the last game he won. No, he lost. Easy W. What can I say? Okay, let's savor this game. E4, E6, knight C3, D5, takes, knight F3. Best move here is D4, but obviously beginners don't know that. And we go for the D4, knight F6, and we get a symmetrical-esque position. And here you should always take, but of course, you're smart, and I'm not, apparently. And then you just almost blunder your queen. Luckily, you have this, but you probably didn't see that D4 is hanging. But they didn't see it either. So then you just win a pawn, free queen, clean pawn. And then you just blunder a pawn. And then you just blunder another pawn. And then you just get cooked. But the bishop is free. What you don't realize is that I'm stupid. Like, for real. I'm stupid in this stage. And for some reason, my brain works in a way that, like, I think I can't take the bishop for some reason. So I just don't take, and then my rooks just cook, right? And then you may ask, how do I lose this game? Well, let's see. So after a few checks, we have the rooks doing whatever this is, and then we have a subtle rook blunder. So who knows why I did this? And I genuinely don't care, but somehow lose this completely equal endgame. Because what you don't understand is that these guys don't know any technique. Like, they're 700. Like, you can't really blame them. The technique here, the technique here is to go like this. And the idea is that black can basically not advance. He just can't advance. You just do some Uga, or even if they go here, there's obviously just 20. But imagine you didn't have that. You just do some Uga here. Like, they can't do anything to you. Uga, 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 Booga. You just repeat, because just logically, if you think about it, they cannot do anything to you. They just can't. I mean, there's no way. So, we end it with the blunder mate. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. drop a comment down for any suggestions you have, or if you just want to encourage me. And hope you like this episode. And as always, check out the playlist if you want to see the other episodes. And now, get out of here.